Good morning. I want to share with you um, another book by Parker J. Palmer. He's a Quaker teacher, quite an advanced human being. I've introduced you to him before, but in this book, it is called "The Courage to Teach: Exploring the Inner Landscape of a Teacher's Life." In the back, Margaret Wheatley, who I already introduced to you, wrote in the back of this book, Parker Palmer has taught me more about learning and teaching than anyone else. The courage to teach is for all of us, leaders, public officials, counselors, as well as teachers. It, in, it compassionately and insistently asks us to recognize that our capacity to do good work brings for a recognition of who we are. Margaret Whitley, author, Leadership and the New Science, and co-author uh, A Simple Way. I'm going to read from page 107, and it's called The Grace of Great Things. The community of truth is an image that can carry the educational mission because it embraces an essential fact. The community of truth is an image that can carry the educational mission because it embraces an essential fact. The reality we belong to, the reality we belong to know, extends far beyond beings interacting with one another. In the community of truth, we interact with non-human forms of being that are as important and powerful as the humans, and sometimes even more so. This is a community held together not only by our personal power of thought and feeling, but also by the power of the grace, uh, by the great, in quotation, the grace of great things, end of quotation. The phrase comes from an essay by Rilke when uh, Rilke, German poet Maria Rilke, um, 1869 probably to around 1926. He lived in Switzerland. The phrase comes from an essay by Rilke. When I read it, I realized that our conventional image of educational community ignores ignore our relationship with the great things that call us together. The things that call us to know, to teach, to learn. I saw how diminished the educational community becomes when it excludes the grace of great things and relies entirely on our own quiet, limited graces. By great things, I mean the subject around which the circle of seekers has always gathered, not the disciplines that study these subjects, not the texts that talk about them, not the theories that explains them, but the things themselves. I mean the genes of ecosystems of biology, the symbols and references of philosophy and theology, the archetypes of betrayal and forgiveness and loving and loss that are stuff of literature. I mean the artifacts and lineages of anthropology, the materials of engineering with their limits and potentials, the logic of systems in management, the shapes and colors of music and art, the novelties and patterns of history, the elusive idea of justice under law. Great things such as these are the vital nexus of community in education. It is in the act of gathering around them and trying to understand them, as the first humans must have gathered around fire, that we become who we are as knowers, teachers, and learners. When we are our best, it is because the grace of great things has evoked from us the virtues that give educational community its finest form. Highly recommend this book for teachers, people who are in education, policymakers. Um, it is a great, great perspective on education. Be well, be blessed. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Um, this is a second posting that I done here on August 1st, Saturday. It's going to be a wonderful day, including saying goodbye to our granddaughter, Olivia, who will be going back to Florida to join her father um, and mother, um, Alan and Damaris. Be well and be blessed and laugh a lot. It's important.